There are 5 steps you need to follow to think yourself beautiful. Are you ready? 1. Discover what your trigger is. For some of you, it will be the moment you decided you were unattractive and it will be easy to recognize. But for others, the trigger may not be so evident quickly. It is important that you dig and try to figure out what got you to this point. 2. Identify your fear. What is the fear behind your trigger? Are you worried that if you are perceived as beautiful as your credibility can be undermined? You might be worried about unwanted attention, or you might be afraid that you are not worthy of being seen. Find your fears and write them down. 3. Invite your fear to a spirit summit. You need to have an open mind and take the time to journal your fears. Question how accurate your fears are. Is it even likely that your fear scenario will happen? Let your fear go. Ask your God, the universe or your higher power to take your fear and hold it. 4. Surrender. Let your God or your higher power take control of the situation. No matter what fears you have, when it comes to your physical appearance, for almost all of us control is an issue. You have no control over what other people think of the way you look. You can't control their behavior, so stop worrying about it and let it go. Do not let it provide fuel for your fears. The only thing you can control is how you react. 5. See things differently. Once you surrender your anxieties and fears about how you look, you can make room in your heart to be willing to see yourself differently. You can make room to see yourself beautiful. When you do this, you might suddenly find yourself losing weight, your acne might suddenly disappear, or your confidence might soar. What could be better than thinking yourself beautiful? How you can achieve your inner peace. If inner peace seems elusive and unattainable, far away or unreal, you aren't alone. Most of us feel that way at one time or another. Part of your self-improvement plan can be to learn how to achieve inner peace. It will be a skill that will help you throughout life. You will be calm during times of stress and during situations that need your immediate attention. One thing you need to always remember, to achieve inner peace, is to recognize it is defined by outer circumstances. Let's look at the steps you can take. Number 1. Simplify. Keeping your life simple will contribute to your inner peace because it directs your energy to a single point. Toss out everything that holds you back. That includes friends and acquaintances who drain you and in return give you nothing. Remember quality over quantity. Keep it simple. Stay focused. Number 2. Be in the present. The only time that really matters is the present because it's the only time that really exists. That past was, the present is now, and the future will be the present. You have no control over the future, nor can you predict it. So focus on what you do have control over, the present. Give it your best and live. Number 3. Express your gratitude. Take a minute to recognize just how fortunate you are. Your mind may have a tendency to wonder and desire something different. But consider this, more than 80% of the world lives on less than $10 a day. Where do you fit into this? Chances are, in comparison, you are living like a king. Your mind is your worst enemy. Remember, should you get what you desire, you'll only be desiring something else soon. So be grateful for what you have. Number 4. Try on someone else's point of view. Your point of view isn't the only one. Don't treat it like it's law. Be ready to let it go. Don't go to battle over your point of view, for the reality is that it is no more than your opinion. If you find yourself in the wrong, be gracious and acknowledge that. Number 5. This too shall pass. Everything that comes will pass. Time is generous and indifferent. What is dark today may be glorious tomorrow. Everything perishes, everyone perishes. Nothing is forever. Time will heal the deepest wounds. Since whatever is going on today will pass, sometimes the best solution is simply to let it go. Tomorrow is another day, a fresh start. Number 6. Smile. Smile. It can do wonders for your spirit and for the spirit of others. It can soften hearts and change moods. Smiling is connected to love. You can't smile and be angry or jealous at the same time. Smiling makes you feel calm, happy and loved. Self-improvement. Are you doing it right? Each of us is different, unique, but we are also the same in many ways, and so we tend to do things in a similar manner. If you are on a journey of self-improvement, kudos to you. However, you need to stop for a minute and consider this. Are you doing things out of habit, or are you doing it right? We all have habits, and they are not always good habits. When making changes in your life to improve your situation, it can be difficult to get yourself into good rut, develop good habits. When you are working on creating good habits, you need to make sure that you give yourself credit even for the minor successes that occur every day. Even when things aren't going quite like you want it, you will likely get a small part of your daily goal right, and you need to give yourself credit for that. The better you feel about your achievements, the more likely you are to make those good habits permanent habits. If you are down, you are far less likely to carry out your self-improvement goals. However, if you go at it from the point of view that you are going to succeed, beginning with small steps that form a habit that you automatically do as part of your daily life, you'll enjoy the positive change you are aiming for. If you find yourself in a rut, there's no better way to get out of that rut than by implementing consistent steps that go in a better direction. The question becomes, how does a person create these new habits? It isn't always easy. We all have busy lives filled with all kinds of responsibilities that make it difficult to implement change. For thousands of people, using the mini habit concept has changed their lives. These same people would likely have failed if they had tried to change their behavior using more traditional methods. Mini habits amount to making small changes over time rather than attempting to make a huge change that you find overwhelming. When you find something too overwhelming, you are more likely to fail than create your new habit. When we feel overwhelmed, we are more likely to slip back into what we are comfortable with, and that means failure. Our minds can better handle small changes, small steps that don't create panic and make us feel like it is beyond our ability. So if you are working on improving yourself and you are doing it using mini habit changes, you are doing it right. If not, you need to change. Self-improvement cliches you might want to avoid. Too much of a good thing isn't good for you. Sometimes there's just too much happy, warm and fuzzies and positive thinking. Other times there's just too much negativity. Let's look at some self-improvement cliches that can help you during those tough times. Number 1. Get out of your comfort zone. This might be true, but it's easier said than done. You get why someone might back out of something because suddenly they realize they don't feel like they are ready. Instead, look at things from a different point of view. If you are feeling anxious or scared, those are signs you need to do this. Ease your self-doubt. Number 2. Follow your dreams. You've probably been told more than once to just follow your dreams. The problem is it's easy to say follow your dreams, but to actually do it takes a lot of work. To make matters worse, the self-help industry overvalue the idea of following your dreams, so much that we feel like if we aren't following our dreams we are doing something wrong. Not true. Vision boards, meditation, the law of attraction, all buzzwords. The bottom line, follow your dreams if you want to, and if you don't want to, that's okay. If you choose to follow your dreams, you need a plan and realistic milestones. Number 3. Get over your fears. Yet another thing that's easier said than done. Admit it, letting go of your fears is downright scary. The best way to try to conquer your fear is to understand your fear. Allow yourself to feel afraid, but do it anyway. Fear is designed to alert you. It stops you from jumping off a perfectly good bridge. When you find the root of your fear, you can determine whether that fear is rational or not. Not all fears are bad. Fearing poisonous snakes is a good fear, but being paralyzed because you fear them is something you can overcome. Number 4. Quit your job. You can find rags to riches stories everywhere. Someone quits their job and it's the best thing they ever did. They find wealth and happiness that otherwise would have eluded them. But don't forget there's plenty of truth stretching that often goes on here. Quit your job if it makes sense. Quitting your job without thinking it through is just plain stupid. You will very quickly miss your paycheck. Instead, learn to block out the negative aspects. Remember, we all need a paycheck to survive, so unless you have plenty of savings, you'd better hang on to your job for now. The next time one of these popular cliches finds its way to you, before you are too quick to jump on the bandwagon, make sure you think it through and determine it's the best plan of attack for your self-improvement goals. Self-improvement made easy. We hear a lot about transforming ourselves, improving ourselves. This is especially true as we get older, when you've already faced many of life's battles and you aren't as full of energy to face challenges as you once were. Don't worry, we're going to make self-improvement easy, no matter what your age. Here are some ideas you can implement. Number 1. Think positive. Start every day on a positive note. Wake up and be thankful for at least one thing. Then start to think about all the thing you can accomplish. Don't be afraid to dream. Think of each new milestone as a new beginning. Number 2. Complete what you start. If you start something, it's important that you finish it. If you are doing a home project, set a goal to complete it from the day you start it. If you are reading a book, every day read a few pages. If you have chores to do, get them done early and you can enjoy the gratification for the job you did well. Number 3. Face your fears. We all like to stay in our comfort zone. Facing our fears can be challenging, in fact, it can be terrifying. Every day, try to do something that makes you uncomfortable or fearful. This is a great way to push yourself to grow. Number 4. Exercise. Every day. You need to exercise every single day. Now it's time to experience them. Exercising will not only make you healthier and stronger, it will make you look good and you will feel good. Number 5. Read books on self-improvement. You will gain great knowledge and grow when you read various books on self-improvement. You will get a different view of yourself. You will be able to take away things that can help you to improve yourself. Number 6. Lose the bad habit. We all have a bad habit or two. There are things you engage in that are bad for you, like smoking, and there are people who bring out the worst in you. The time has come to let them go and to let those bad habits go. It can be overwhelming, so focus on one habit at a time. Make sure you begin to surround yourself with the kind of people that will bring out the best in you. Find friends that are healthy for you. There you have it, 6 easy to implement ideas that can help you with your self-improvement. So why not start now? The best ways to help improve you. If you are focused on self-improvement, you want to know the best ways to be successful. Let's take a look at some of those right now. Be mindful of your topic. The more mindful you are when you are attempting to make changes in your life, the more momentum you will have going forward. When you are more aware of what you want to get better at, you can give yourself reminders during your day. Post-its, a reminder on your smartphone, etc. can all shine a light on what it is you are working towards. Be accountable to yourself and others. When you make yourself accountable, you will take your goal more serious. So make sure that share what you are doing with your friends, family, co-workers, social networks, etc. It will help you achieve your goal. Keep track of your actions. If you track something, you can do a much better job of managing it. So in your self-improvement mission, make sure that you track the days and hours you spend on the changes you are making in your life. This will provide you with data you can review and use to make decisions. Weekly reviews. This is a great way to decide how you are doing and to know where you need to do better. A weekly review shows you where you've been and where you're going. It shows your success and your failures. Learn where your strengths and weaknesses are. Do better. Create your framework so that you can do better and achieve better. You will be able to better focus by doing so. When you are focused, you are much more likely to be successful. Read lots of books. Reading is a powerful tool that can help you to navigate through the changes you are trying to make in your life. Self-improvement goals can be helped by reading a wide variety of books. In fact, every day you should read. How much, you decide. It might be a few pages or a few chapters. Practice gratitude. Too often we are focused on what we don't like about our lives rather than being thankful for all the good in our lives. Make sure that you practice gratitude. When you wake up in the morning, when you go to bed at night, mentally list what you are grateful for. It will make a huge difference in your life. When life is in turmoil, remember this: we all go through highs and lows in our life. Sometimes it takes the lows for us to decide it's time to focus on some self-improvement. You might be feeling rejected, down, sad, even a little depressed. Remember this: when life is in turmoil, what you need to do is smile and not get caught up in all the negativity. You can use these tough times as a time to learn. Turmoil just isn't a reason for you to stop living. It's inevitable. You are going to face heartaches and problems throughout your life. These too shall pass. There are some things you can do so that you can come out the other side unscathed. You might be going through tough times right now, but it isn't going to last forever. Things will change, they will get better. Keep telling yourself this. No matter what the problem, what turmoil you are facing, this too shall pass. At some point, you will look back and recognize the lesson that you were meant to learn. In a few years, what's going on will be nothing but a memory. It won't matter. You might even look back and laugh, or you might be incredibly thankful for what looked like a terrible ordeal at the time, because what came out of it was good and it made you stronger. No matter what is going on in your life, keep in mind that much of what is going on right now will make up just a small percentage of your life. So, instead of letting it pull you into the darkness, think of what you can do to stay focused and strong. What can you do today, in your life, that will make positive changes? Life has plenty of beautiful moments, but there is also pain as we grow, and it is that pain that will actually make you stronger. You will endure the pain, because you understand that at the end of the day it will be worth it. You will learn how to overcome the pain, that will be part of your self-improvement plan. From the pain, you will morph into a beautiful human being. What you do need to remember is that the negativity of others isn't your problem. You can be sure that over time there are going to be many people who let you down. During your difficult times, you will know who your real friends are. What you won't need is the negativity of others who leave you feeling worse than you already do. You want to have friends who lift you up, lift your spirits, even when your world seems to be collapsing. Finally, remember, life is full of highs and lows. You can't have one without the other. Your world is ever-changing, and your self-improvement can happen during both highs and lows. Why you need to do these 5 things to improve your life. Self-improvement is a big undertaking. It is so great that you have decided that you want your life to look different, that you want to improve yourself. There are tons of things you can do to help work on improving yourself, including the 5 things we are about to talk about. These aren't as common as some other tips and tricks, which is why you should make sure that you include these. Number 1. Make a to-do list and focus on it. Start your day with a list of to-do tasks you want to complete, and this will help you to stay on task and focused. These days can be far more productive than just going along hoping you're getting your tasks done. You can make a formal list or create a simple post-it. It's up to you to decide what works best for you. Number 2. Acknowledge you have flaws. We all have flaws. Start by acknowledging you have flaws, and then you can begin to work on them. You can decide how you can fix your flaws, but to do that you have to first recognize them. It helps to make a list. Yes, that's right, a list of everything you feel is wrong with you. By doing so, you will also recognize that some of the things you think are flaws are actually what make you unique and what others like about you. Be fair when you are analyzing your list. Number 3. Learn from those who inspire you. There are people you admire and inspire you. They have certain qualities you would like to have. Good news, you too can have what you admire. Let these people inspire you. Learn from their actions and how they live. Set huge goals, dream big, set those goals as big as you can dream. Stretch yourself far beyond your normal capacity, be big and bold. List things you would not normally attempt and then challenge yourself to carry them out. Start working on them today. Number 4. Give up a bad habit. We all have at least a couple of bad habits. When we think bad habits, we think of smoking, drinking too much, not exercising, etc. But there are other bad habits. Maybe you slouch or bite your nails. Maybe you are always late. However, big or little your bad habit is, now's a great time to work on fixing it. Number 5. Get into action. If you want to learn, you need to take action. Is there something you have been thinking of doing? Why wait any longer? Why not take action today?